Welcome, everybody, to the Leaders Leading Leaders podcast. Welcome, everybody, to the Leaders Leading Leaders podcast. I am your host, John Espinosa. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. If you like what you hear, please click on that subscribe button, that share button, and the like button. It helps us get this message out to as many people as we possibly can, and ultimately, it meets our goal of helping others get to where they're going. Today, Season 3. I can't even believe we've gone through 2 seasons, and if you've heard any of the podcasts before, the intros or outros to our seasons, the way that we're going about organizing the podcast is to put them in buckets or themes. And for Season 3, our theme is mindfulness. A lot of this, you're going to hear the podcasts that pertain to imposter syndrome, that self-doubt. I talk all the time about me getting started with this podcast, and the biggest challenges that hurdles or that occurred were between my 2 ears. In this headspace that we begin to doubt ourselves, we begin to make sure that everything is perfect. I talk about having the perfect lighting and the perfect setup and the microphone instead of just getting going. Also, having those difficult conversations. How do we as leaders put ourselves in that mindset to go in and have difficult conversations? You may have somebody, a low performer on your team that has the potential but just isn't meeting that potential, or maybe isn't showing up like they should be. Another thing, a hard conversation could be if you have to let somebody go or tell somebody that what they're doing, maybe this team isn't right for them. A lot of times that is one of the most difficult conversations because it does impact personal, it impacts their family, it impacts their monetary, and it's tough. As a leader in some organizations, you have to have those conversations that they're just not right for the team and either help them find someplace else or wish them the best of luck. A lot of things that go into difficult conversations or even regular everyday conversations are assumptions. So we'll cover some tips and tricks. A lot of times these assumptions play a big part in our difficult conversations, in our everyday really interactions and our relationships with people. So we'll dig into what assumptions are, and then leading from assumptions, and then being present. I think from a mindfulness standpoint, and I struggle with this quite a bit, is being in the moment, being present. I was able to run a big race yesterday, and the marathon race, and I ran a relay with the team, and immediately after the race we all finished and we're like, all right, what can we do next? Instead of enjoying the camaraderie, enjoying the moment, being in the moment. So from a mindfulness standpoint, how can you be present in the moment and then keep our focus and our energy moving forward? So don't reside in the past, what's happened in the past, pull that in as far as lessons learned, but for the most part, let's be on or after present day. And then last but not least, finding success out of failure. So as we fail, because that is inevitable, failure is inevitable, how do we, from a mindfulness standpoint, either recover from that failure, move forward, continue to move forward from that failure, learn from our lessons, learn from our mistakes, and get better? Resiliency. You heard Rose talk about resiliency, and it's not enough just to survive, but to thrive. So how do we find success out of failure from a leadership, from a mindfulness standpoint? I am really excited about Season 3, and we have tons of episodes that I know you are going to find benefit in. I know that you're going to be able to share. Also, though, we want your questions. Keep those questions coming in. If there's anything, put them in the DMs, send me a post and tag me. I read those posts and I will answer those questions. I always find value in that interaction. If there's anything maybe that's bothering you, your current situation around mindfulness, or anything really outside of that pertains to mindfulness, leadership, put them in the DM, send them to me, and I will make sure that I get them answered on a podcast. I will reply back. Those are important to me, and it keeps us learning from each other, and ultimately it helps others get to where they're going. I hope you all enjoy Season 3 as much as I do. I look forward to hearing from you. Keep subscribing, keep listening. Go be great. Talk to everyone later. Bye-bye. If you enjoy what you're hearing, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us get others to where they're going.